Africa is full of stories. Stories of culture, creativity, and connection. Now, Afromobile brings these authentic African stories to your screen wherever you are. From your phone to your TV, to your desktop or laptop, to your tablet, with the all-new Afromobile, enjoy these stories uninterrupted, streaming anytime, anywhere, and on any smart device. Locally locked in with live events, TV, radio, movies, exclusives, and on-demand shows and more. Afromobile is your getaway to the Pearl and the whole of Africa. Search and download Afromobile from your app store today and immerse yourself in the stories shaping us today. Afromobile, authentic African stories.
Bagenzi harohe kichweka ekinkumanya kikahumba ruhanga ubuyemera hansozi olengeresi amare.
A very good morning once again. Ningoza kutangira mkahumura kataitako no news updates baba tulum. So kwa tugaruka musaha yetu ya kavina batukatera tochi ensonge starzim na zimejans genda meiso mihanga line ya gana. Kera mono ikichechetu kino cha to chora kwa genda on Facebook account genda on Afromobile YouTube channel. Download the 4TV app. You can also listen to 4 radio that is online. So kono no turora kartegeza ensonga estazimu nazimu kwembere mbarangire nja kubatine Mr. Musobozi Nobo kurga murutete sub county te mtoche ensonga estazimu nazimu myaka 5 eriyo nehwayo akabayiraganize ibintu binga abantu ba rutete sub county atugambira icyanka kandi musanje kikwijeki naja kuba natandikiranga otoraga haliye ensonga twitaga tutegereze mikoro ya local government kyo kintu mozaigese kake abantu aliyo baturora hero kwa nusango bwiro bwitutire abebembeza haninga MP haningi ziba MP kinu abe kansela mukanso habwe myaka 5 kandi ali kansela elect agese omuntu obuli how does local government operate na soko chitegeza ensonga ndi akasatu nyakule karole yo neteza abantu omuntu obukiro keizere kutwa misazeri ya Russia aliyo mahabantu azasowe kwamba kisagika bitu mukanso akatulera aza kwa natugambira hawake mukansa tarabalize hawake mukansa tarabalize ijagamba akataye kyetumeteza sanga motion yenu tebuja kukora kurunga abantu ba Russia kantalo mukisa kumtangira Nobo atuyanzure nyekara hati so kwa mtandika entekanize apuli mtangira nyekara hati
wewe muno with moderator Akiki Robert na management ya 4TV hawa composting hano kirokinu kubaza ensonga estalizimu ngo kwagezaho kuzalika ngafutosi balyange mulungu Musobozi Nobo apuli omukurasi abagombora ya rutete kancha person wa NRM rwalira karuru unopposed kana sasa nambe ndikubaliza numukalitango yokusera karuko kuba speaker lundi kufoka rwigi wa council ya Kabale district kandi nyikiriza ngo ruhanga mukonyezi wange I will make it through
oguno ela kamanze kutabaruke kazendo secretary kancha person wa NRM wa rutete okatera omusaiza wanuko akaruru kurumu wagamba omuguzi nokumugura isereke gombora wena kinana na bubiri
omusaiza wanuko unachuka the last time you hosted me
you were here
Gambela na Gamans, those guys are not on ground. NRM is very grounded. We had been strategic tumazile kulenga strategies zetu kurungi. There is no way Nup could beat us.
There is no way cause twali tunera competing
akaba tena so competing no buru yatungireyo bukaba abantu abakebaka bali mu kyaro uko abatakumanya Uganda ne janka. Actually most of those power muri akapaka bine nosanga bine
maybe they are
mental issues, maybe relatives or what, but they could also have mental issues.
Why mental issues? Is it bad to belong to a political party?
It is not that bad. It's not bad to belong to a political party. Bitalo nambero kurora ngu hanu ntira kafu. Omuntu wamenye kubali. Actually they call this gentleman. Nageza ku interacting na mugamba nambero izira hanu wenu entebe tokuja gitunga. You'd better think otherwise. Omanyire halimo abantu no barora, I'm sorry to say this. But halimo omuntu so kumurora li Fenkom NRM. No sanga talo NRM. Baitalo na hereza mu NRM na akora mu NRM habokuba niyo pass. Niyo abantu bene mu bwesugwa. So if you want to take part in that system or to identify yourself as NRM. And I think even our big man knows that there are some people who are in NRM working for NRM but when they are not pure
NRM. That is noble and is Earth chairperson our rotate sub-county. NRM chairperson and district councillor we Gombore. Let us start it with your 5 years in the council. How have these 5 years been? Achievements?
Well, Robert, talking the 5 years, we are now left with about 2 months. Actually, not 2 months, about a month and a half to go. Kumalira kisanja kino kya 2021-2026. My general overview is that it has been a successful one. A lot has been learned, and this will help us to improve in the coming term. One, otugenda kwa kurora ekisanja kino kyagenzere kikatandika with of course expectations and excitement. Abuka personally it was my first time kuja mu local government nkabanye bembireho handengo zindi zitalizimu masomero kunkana nkaha baitu nkabanta kajaga mu local government systems. So this was my very first time kuja mu local government environment, and it has been all a world of experience, I can say. Habere mu bintu bingi muno, expectations are nyingi, of course anticipations, promises abantu mu campaign twatubine bintu twagambire bingi, but basically for my case nkabanta bihire busubu. And I want to thank God ingu at least even organize bingi to a good reasonable percentage I have achieved. Personally for my poverty kubangenda kulira mukake nkarutete mu myaka 5. Of course ntukora nabembeze bagenzi banga abandi abantu asakule makubaza nkababoki bahinga mnywana wange. Of course the speaker and the entire district council and technical team. It is a system, and the system you cannot work individually in a system. You must work, you must cooperate. So nkarutete to achieving one of the key achievements is twatunge was the operationalization of our health center 4. Egyo ekatandika kukora, and we are doing surgeries now. Ninjuka sometime back towards the end of last year is when we twabandize kwa surgery yokubanza mu theater yetu ya Rutete Irwara. So that is a very key achievement. We have that facility Mugombore Rutete, and this facility is open to the entire district of Kabarole. So that is a major achievement itwatungire mu kisanja kinu. Tukaje twayembeka ya masomero classrooms. We have put up classroom blocks, all government schools eziri mu Rutete zona zikatunga classroom block ibiri, and the most recent one itumalirize ebe ya Rutete Primary School. Now tukateka classroom block ya classroom ibiri worth 108 million twagiteka na desks zo kwikara. Secondly mukisanja nicyo kimu tukatunga ho of course maintenance ya mazuba, water extension tuzikozere extension of water to some places, maintenance of some boreholes ezo zibairaho, and also majorly tukatunga mu St James Nyanswiga Primary School. No gijuka story yenjunza. Story yenjunza. This remains a challenge because this school has not been taken up by government, and it is our prayer that the government takes up this school.
Last time I think we were still in NRM campaigns. We happened to meet on the same school.
Yes.
On the same school, Nyanswiga. How far?
Now that school was bulu twatere toko ya amani. Isomero lirikubi muno. Isomero ili wakija baruga ministry. We got some commissioner ruga Ministry of Education. Yeja yavungira isomero eli. Yatwashwalinga actually kwa recommendation isomero wali coding. But the challenge we have now is government ekemeleza coding amasomero. Primary. So there is no way it can be coded, and there is no way it can access funding unless it has been coded. So that is the only challenge we are waiting for. The other day we visited the Ministry of Education asagana handike barua expressing our concern abana bakanyire beyongire to facilities twine kumara kandi abazere bitu bacheke mukyaro.
Remember that the fundraising
abazere bitu bacheke we are trying, and we are hoping that someday it will be taken over, including other schools in the district. Actually, the district submitted over 12 schools for government takeover. And government take why? Coding wahagiyemeleza. So we hope maybe they will be taken over and they can serve. But for purposes of record keeping, Nyanswiga remains the only school in Wehamba parish. And the policy of this government, every parish should at least have a primary school. Now, Wehamba does not have one. Whoever is concerned in the ministry should take note. Isomero into na baletwale ligeri kwenyera abana. So egebe challenge cha achievements zetu za tete nkegombora. Of course to maintain ingire ngudo. We've worked on our roads very well with one major project coming very soon. Tujakora umuhanda gwa Mituli kurabaye kuturuka Kida kwambuka Ruhamba obukuruga Rutete. It's about 9 kilometers kandi wo gutwagutekaho sente nyingi muna about 100 million. So it's a project we're going to start on very soon, and we hope neja konyera abantu beitu to access markets and do transact businesses. In the same time, tukatunga akatale ka Ruhamba. Akatale ka Ruhamba kali worth 1.5 billion. Kombekerwe kali in its final stages of kukora, and soon it will be open for people to utilize. So basically for Tete exanja kinu tikiwele kibi. However, habe mna party ezindi habe mna party endi ezitabainungi, of course, but we thank God for the good.
Given that you've been in the council, as you said, you came with a lot of expectations. Because when you're outside there no council na yaragurtindo council, you talk a lot. How are council systems or local government systems mostly I want to talk to these people who are coming in new, but district councillors are already in Benjamin Council.
Now, Mkore local government, Mkore, as I told you, it is a system. It is a system. In the dispensation, it will be decentralization. Local governments work basically to do service delivery. Hamuntu wabirikiro hands. Now, omuntu wakuja mu local government atali exposed no wagenda kunihiza abantu iguru nensi. But if you are exposed, or if you have gotten some fillers za local government, you cannot promise what you cannot do. Because one, you ogame muntu naganiza omuntu entiendo. Local government yetunga sente entaito muntu. Baino utindo barukukora nka local government na muno birovini, because we have been given more money to work on roads. The 1 billion road fund eje itukutunga buli mwaka, that has helped us to work on some bridges, minor bridges. But tuino na bridge nkote zitukozere tuino urutindo rwa Munobwa rwa very costly tukarukora, tuino urutindo rwa Kajumiro Hans Kasenda tukakora urutindo rwa Amani nduyamba abantu bakasenda kwatagana na Bunyangabu no butindo bundo buli muno obera halo no rwanyu hananka rubusora urutindo rwa Amani muno rukoze district. So emikore ya local government emikore ya system as I told you. We receive money and we work from within what we have received. We budget. First of all, council, we sit and budget. After budgeting, we allocate funds according to what has been given to us. When you budget, then the minister will send you indicative figures to guide you in your budgeting. Kumanya, this is what we are likely to have, such that as you budget within that that amount. So we budget. After budgeting, once the minister approves, what sindika sente tutandika kukora. But sente ezo zikuija tukatandika kukora. Of course nhabamu obuntu bundi. What I have to say is na sente zitikumara, honestly. Urugenda kurora nkengudo nabatsindika billion yam. Rate eba kubara ha kilometer. Niyo rate nyakule national kale kangete standard national standard rate. Hat national standard rate ejo kwija kunu nosangito bugudo witu abukora chap
below standard
kale tuko below standard rate tunosanga sente zigenda muno kandi quality of work kuturuka teni yese mipone turuka in actual sense kwa gamango umuntu nyo nganya musobozi nyine sente zanyu na chwa mukora access road yangi ngakwata sente za local government yakwata kuteka mhanda nyunga zikwatanga kuzikozesa. I would do something much better.
And what is the challenge? The challenge are about contractors. When the local government mkwikirizo wakweserura ba contractors abani.
Now local government is allowed to contract. Tuinemu kweta first account. First account. Na mbere tugamba we spend nkokusente zero. Kandi alo tugamba contract sezo nazo kwijamo. But majorly sahazuni tonkakawale district contract sezo hangudo twita kuzigaba muno. We are only giving them to people who supply materials. Hakuombeka entindo, kuombeka entindo, then maybe culverts. But when we are grading, naki that one we are doing ourselves. We are doing ourselves as a district. Except also to be hiring excavators and places are funny to work on. So no sanga vundu tupangize excavator, kugamu either mu UPDF or mu waxing kanka. But basically, it is a problem of policy. What is disturbing Uganda today is policy. Abantu bakikara bakora policies many years ago, babyama batekeza they will govern the country until the end of time. That is what is disturbing us. Kakuba tatunga policy reviews ntugenda kukatulukuru muno. When this money comes, nozanga engineer anajokemera na kugamba nyo according to the policy a kilometer should be worked on for 63 million. No 63 million has genzere tizukuzo.
Because I'm looking at the scenario, Kavrole is one of in the parts that are mountainous. How do you give Karangora money nkezo kuhereza kamba kuchora kitali mountainous mkarola nkezo kuhereza ruwengajo almost nabo ruwengajo ali bicheke bya kule mwe bikencha you budget the same amount mwezi nkweza musobozo rutenda atende bikencha mu ngudozi nizo kuja kuherezo Timothy ruwengajo nya kwino rugudo more than 20 kilometers with bikencha
echo wait Robert yaho bihiremu when we are budgeting we also put these things into consideration ngumhado gukoro Karangura tigukugenda kutwara sente zikingana neza Kasenda ndezi kwingana neza Hakivale ndezi kwingana no way to rotate. That one we totally put into consideration and we have given even projects of construction kuombeka classrooms nebinte binde tuombeka toilets ebyo twantuombeka Karangura we cannot rate them as equal nezi kuombeka kuno hand. So that one is
there's that provision.
That one is we provide, you can budget for that provision again policy. But now where our policies go wrong nabani kugambira ngunusanga on the national standards nabagamba urugudo rwamara mu Rurungi rukobo miliyoni 2 a kilometer. Miliyoni 2. But nusanga iyo muntu kukwata miliyoni 2 bakakuhereza ibyumi ibi. Imagine like ask we don't have any machines. We have the excavator, we have the wheel loader, we have the compactor, roller, we have the graders. So kugamba musendeze baza kukwasa kiza you manage that money and produce work. Noja kusanga mulimo turukizi will far much better than what we get in actual sense. Abako noja kusanga uri nagamba nyo muhanda nibandagira nkose miliyoni 3 kukora kilometer. Kandi indeed nuko nachikora. Oyo nambira hakwiza mu challenge endi mbe nindo nkom budget itungire ya next financial year. Nyino muhanda kan muhanda go witu teto. Sabo 2 kilometers beno gutero 10 million. Actually 10 million. Nasanga umuhanda gu nabiri mihanda yende kwetora district yen. No, ugo muhanda gu miliyoni 2. 2 kilometers like this.
Each kilometer 10 million.
Yes. Nasanga imihanda yende nyakuri mu district mun. Nasanga kilometer 8 batero miliyoni 10. I know where the interest is, but I don't want to come out on that. But those are some of the challenges. Sometimes people bring their selfish interest into local government systems to attain what they want as individuals. But generally, the system, your local government is a good one. In terms of service delivery, dispensation, it is a good one. We only need transparency and accountability. Kurora system when was streamlined kurungi and kutukahereza kurungi.
According to the budget framework masoko numuleinga in the last council, budget ya county Rosary Temerwe to 29.7 billion.
Yes.
Is it not worrying in your office? Because now you're coming in as new people now. Is it not a challenge to you people?
Yeah, it is a challenge, of course, but it is not only for Kabarole. We need serious planners for this country. We need serious policy makers for this country. Every financial year, the national budget is increasing, but the budget for service delivery here there is no way you can increase standards of people when you are not minding their services in terms of education, in terms of health, in terms of transportation. So eke kizukira harulengo bihanga liwona ngo abantu bakamba budgeting eguko kunyimba kora policies zabo, they do policies ezukiramuno kubaya kukonyera government, not omuntu waki omuntu wabulikiro ngo ninga government ni manisaki nimenda bakole budget bakora MP yatunga ikyasemeri kutunga. They don't think of a councillor who goes to monitor down kurora ngo project zile zwa they say the government will get guru, how are these policies being implemented at the ground level. So they want to make sure an MP has an iPad, an MP has a very good car, an MP has a very good residential house in Kampala, an MP can go out, an MP has money for holidays, an MP has data, an MP has airtime, an MP has medical. This is what they budget for. They forget what the MP is supposed to bring in parliament comes right from the bottom. Hati yo mundu wa feeding MP kuna information wa council huwe tenya na center za data. Tenya na center za mafuta ga pikipiki. Actually tenya na center za pikipiki ya bajaji. Mukai na mizi marungu takuganya. At parliament they have a canteen. Nogia inori yanko kugondezi. I was there at least. Nogia inori yanko kugondezi. Ito council hanu loko council hanu. Ijeba katuletere vyokulia. Anyway, let's not go there. Let's not go there. Why am I saying? The policymakers of this country have a very, very big problem. And unless these people sit, we are going nowhere. So the budget cuts are a worry, a serious worry. Habokuba na sente za council zonka. In fact, local government is a mikole kind. Council is a million jongeze sente. Habokuba, we get only 20%. Council is dependent on the 20%, only 20% of the revenue collected. Whereby sente zinu obuzikuba collected nibanza genda mu central. Nukubali mbabana batemera haka 20% ngo kukoraki.
Don't you think it's also by the kintu kikira, because I'm looking at nyonyi soreza musoboze sente. Takumani izitunganta nzimu hatu mwikara tekeza. Exactly. It is very funny. It's very absurd. It's very absurd. No sanga council send it so is a district yona so yona so is to bahir hatu mbagamba 10%. Now if 10% worked say in 2002 where sugar then was a half was 700 shillings, a kilogram 1,500. Today a kilo of sugar is at 5,000. They still depend on 20%. The one policy makers bakabiyam. You see, then omuntu kuruga kasenda kuija headquarter na district hand, it was about 2,000, 3,000. Today, oboda boda na mtagumi nekichweka. No garuka yugu mkichweka. Kansela tene mtuale sata kuija kukurata. Kutemba boda boda kuitorole gombor. Kuitorole gombor. No itage minimum of 50,000 fuel ya nanka ya pikipiki. Hamwezi mbakuse mtali kuna msanju. O ina social corporate responsibility. O ina family yao. O ina kuzika.
O ina kuzika ni vya viongozi zao. O ina family yao. O ina correct. So the people who made these policies have slept for too long. Yet MPs obakumika bagamba today we need an increment mbabongeza. Obenda sana bagenza kuongeza sente za motoko. The other day they gave them 250 I think. Now they have increased
to
315. That is an extra of about 65 million.
65 million
in 5 years. For a council who has been earning money for the last 20 years, they don't see the purpose of an increase. Are they alive or they made policies and died? If anything, did they lock these policies somewhere they cannot be edited to favor local government?
To favoring a local government.
Yes, so there is a serious problem. These budget cuts come because people who are planning for this country are asleep. The planning authority of this country needs to wake up and pull up their socks. Because they cannot only keep at looking around our local good. When they see someone, or minister, like now, all ministers have brand new vehicles.
They're brand new.
Baba hele pickup, baba hele Land Cruiser, nizifuka ti. Tumakwata zile nguru wakaitugarura hanu bagamba speaker wakabarole. Kwata neyo guy neyo ohiremu. So there is a serious problem with people who are planning for this country.
There's a friend of mine, minister. Kakwatu waka daito kati. Yagamba what am chigara minister. They are the rain.
Bamliterin.
Akabala mkuja foto yatunga mchallenge kati. They are the rain at 30 minutes. Akaizamu.
Bamliterin. Now, if we keep in such a country, policies their favorite government is just a small group of people. Omanya mukutuvia government is new na you. Nango government hanu mwihanga ina abantu bayo bati it has a small group of people. And the problem is the policy makers, once they see that these people are okay, they assume buliomu hansi akozereki, they assume buliomu hansi alkurunga, and that is very unfortunate. That is very, very unfortunate. So the budget cuts are a big worry to us, and we pray that people realize. Yes, in due course, sometimes we get some what we call supplementary budgets, but you cannot depend on them. Supplementary budgets are kubera nzija kumwe bintu birikurungi. But if you biri still you are adding nothing. So people should sit down and know ngo tukusoboze emisoro yetu tukagabasindikira esemigaruke kukora abantu. District councils, lower local government councils also need to be better. They also need to be facilitated better because we are the foot soldiers of this government, by the way. LOC3 owakubagani mtwala 38 buli kwezi huwe narambule gomboraye kandi natunga filas ze gomboraye nazimanyisa MP, which is very key kwa MP yogunasoba koraki kugenda kule ihanga akazibudgetingira. Yes, akazibudgetingira. So local government niyetaga amani mengi. For me here, local government still lacks independence. We are depending too much on the central government, and this is what is curtailing our service delivery efforts. No twakubere ntukora much better no sanga ntulemesibwa haboko we have to depend, we have to wait for orders. Halo sente tutunga kujati nka kichwamba seed secondary school. Sente nzuruguru contracting bagabira kuli. So sente nzija account sometimes very late. Nusanga district kina ho mandate. Tuine project ya mugusu ya maize genzeli ya for over 860 million. Zifuira busa aho nanka mugusu wao. Zifuira busa why? Project ile akagiruguru ito nga district tumina ho mana mengi. No mtezi n'umugama twenda kutanga tangana takuzuka. Uranyigiranka. Abampa contract kuli mbakoraki nebamumanya, and he knows he's protected. So we need to clean up local government. We need to facilitate local government more and to value it. We need to give it esteem. Then we can do well.
Musomosi have been one of the people, our advocates of education. No gabe kutabu masomero, gabe mefalisi, gabe performance games and garukiro no primary education, and that is where your focus has been at least for the last 10 years, if I'm to say. Where is the challenge masomero gana ga government ukarola?
Ati challenge ya masomero ga karola gana. Ever the challenge yem. Manyere kasta sometimes when take too long in the system by kabasisa. One of the biggest challenges ya karola han having patronage mu education system home. Hagenza aba mwekinte kwa kweta patronage. Munyonde munywana wa chairman LC5 whether nsomesa or what nsomeseze, no one will hold me accountable. Kinu kizoke oino baraba mu campaign. Halo muntu akija kubaza akabarika huno kusaza no bakamhera district yo. isomero lya abana bajagalira bagwagwire kimu habo ko mulimo gugarine kukora kwikara hano hasimu natera akadingidi ko bikitinisa babuhinga natera akadingidi bita bakamuhaye of course bamukuza no kumukuza ikanise aina hali sahazim habo kuba umulimo gwa gukora kurungi ukutekereza yari asemeye gukora bito tugiye mu campaigns zimwe zihwe no kusanga ba head teacher general ba inspector ba masomero no bikimba tera campaign bika hali ba meetings zo kusera ururu instead of supervising what
schools
instead of supervising schools uko kwa dio twina sazin ugo nyono mukansa on record nkemera nagamba he should not be the dio one, he was not qualified. He is not qualified even now. He only got a waiver bakamurwanira kurana koraki kurana. He's very unserious. What they do has been only to find favors from the big man, and somehow somewhere they had neglected their duties.
Council, where's your authority on these people, on civil servants? Now
the authority of civil servants to give it to council by to, as I told you some time back, council naye kabine ngoku etabanizibwemu mukuru wa district yenu abokuba he has been at the supreme of council and they are on record. You can make a policy today like that case of the DO tukajanga as council we stood and said he is not fit to be a DO but all your kujurwe bamwawading bam confirming as DO but on record of council it is very clear
tichikutera mu service commission ya district evu
That's a commission yakomua
the political head
no wakujukom. So what does that speak to you? In fact Nigeria kabina lisiriki motion anaenda kuiha umuntu wa public service commission akabakirese anaenda kumuihaho with no reason twayanga and nyenda kusima speaker Timothy Hanu took his stand as a speaker yagamba this cannot be allowed halo bali batuleti twarabiyaho utamaze kumarabiyaho hardly 3 months the ministry guided this person should be seconded by urban center leadership. So urban center leadership obiyizire one gusoro kujukuju kubabuzabuza ngo batusabe tuteke ho umuntu ndo ntukoleke tumuiho. You can imagine. So bakora ukatoro wabo minutes bakolezabo agenda bakolendi instead of what the ministry had guided to do what to be done. So bigeze mu kanso twagamba no na speaker ni msima muno by the way akanga yagambitwe kakanso tukasaraho twagamba ogu aikirizibu araho do what you're supposed to do. You were asked that these urban leaders should come and second let them do that and go tamu weraho marati bitekerezo byanyu ebindi. So you can imagine such a person no hawera hikira some resolutions za council nangia nazo stepping anakoraki nagia nakora ibintu byo kumsatisfying abantu umuntu. So iki kintu kitabaliza muno education ubwo ningambira nyanswige nyonka hambia yo budi yonka mugambe utagaruka cause he would come and all the purpose he would come for is to pick money from the school mutwe yakasente
bikirimbiragero budi yogena mwisoro kutabara.
It is not but that our teachers have been threatened so much utazimpeni kutwara mukisomeka kitalimusente nek nako kalum munanko nahemba kurungi nabamuyahano bamutwara nambere hari akasente nuko agarre kunu categories. So better we hope with this new government kujam maybe obheza burahinduka ukake by to ebyenyegesa byo bigarukirire. You remember one thing I cannot forget, I've been a very good advocate for kusomesa abana bano ngeja nitekerezo last year but one ekitekerezo kya debate nagamba karabuli to debating agito masomero. So nagamba can we have a debating competition for schools in Rutete sub county na yetaba head teacher na facilitating tuikara somewhere tuaruka kurungu tuagamba this is how we can manage it tuagamba we shall get independent observers abareja kutusare mpaka zinu tuikiza tubehe mu city and I was going to facilitate those people in my own little resources baitu tumaze kukiranganiza kurungi omukuru yakoraki yabeta yabagamba nango that cannot happen ubwo mwana akosa sente za mugenyi manya biki as if we don't work. Wowe mwana akusenteza mugenyi naja kupenetrating amasomero nakusenteza mugenyi biki. So eventually ikintu bakitira hata no bakitira baga government schools should not participate naja private schools nagamba private schools that are going to participate you come and good enough bakaid apart from one school bagia bali tinisiriza nario but ne omdangia gitengaza this year they will come. I'm rating the concept ninja kuongea ni ngalaki ni take out debate yegi so bakakiremesa why they were protecting their selfish interests mbatekeza mugenya mpere sente zo kumutundanka mu masomo yet it is my own initiative for the feeling and heart I have for abantu barutita abanga actually can say and kabara at large because this could be adopted by other councillors bakitwara munanka zabo mu sub counties zabo kibakonya nabo improving education bitan owange rutita bakitie to private schools 7 schools stand up and it was a very very exciting moment abana babazorujunga la kasara ka hemba abazayiro ku mubyaro bahunira ngo abana babo ba P2 P3 P7 can speak very good English very fluent very confident so norangu ebintu bitalabaniza hano bibaye bingi kimite bibiri but the system education system we need talabaniza muno patronage and now we hope with the new administration maybe some changes will come up.
Mr. Councillors come spend a lot of money in campaigns. Sanga our council natural I had 11 cows, I have 3, I had this and this. In council, encourage say the zero, these people should they come expecting money or we members just in your kundira kuhereza abantu ba begombore yo kuruga mwiki.
Ade we members ba council talumsente. Oro tuinekizibu kimu nanye ngakifesinga mu campaign zange zile zo kubanza sometimes people over kuja politics they take it as a do or die na agamba pak nyina kuba mwebembezi they forget the cost of becoming a leader kakubewa more than what you're going to get as a leader you are draining yourself backward no yeteva goal in one way or the other. So leadership is total service, especially hana wa council. Na Gambia council earns about 170,000 a month. 170,000. Hata ukono rodi mtalibuna msanzu, umwezi gumu, wakabaramo ina fizi, ubundi ine bitebe, ubundi ine social corporate responsibility, manya kuzika, manya vanu gani magenyi, manya vinu wiki. All that is not provided for by the council. And yet for the MPs they get these things. So think manya aba planning ilihanga lenu at that level, buirobu huo bakajia. Do they think things are still the same? Or they imagine that life remains the same for us, local government workers. So it is very funny. Abantu bakuteka sente mukaruru. Abenge tukatalabaniza is sometimes kwika bakagamba tinchayenda kumanya let them see who I am. You know? Ngakiro mukaru kaidweli. Olo nagamba hati tibichali ogamba cancel olo kabare kindi. Kole kiseija ni kazi. Nikichukulia abantu kuteka sente mu campaign. But in for any other on a realistic ground, there should be no reason why people should put a lot of money in campaign. In fact, I am against these monetized campaigns. Highly against them. It is the trend we are in. Abantu banakuhaire, so bakuru mwebembezi they expect a lot of money. And there is this concept, yokutekereza ngo abembezi once you become a leader you have money. It's a very wrong concept. Perception enyakulimbantu. Very very wrong.
But who puts there? I think it is you leaders. That is how you demonstrate yourself.
It is not us leaders, it is from parliament. The top leaders. The top leaders are the ones causing us issues here on the ground. Abako MP wakuija huo senta na bazina bazimhei. Huo wakuija hantu nasiga mtwala hivi. Hadi kansero bo gena wakatayogumu ndo kwa tatayiromba kusigamba kuchiana. That is where the problem is. So we need to review a lot of things in this country. We need to review a lot of things in this country. But to otherwise, we are moving.
Expectations za councillors of Shaka zihansi muni.
Expectations za councillors zihansi, except they should focus on serving their people. Leadership at local government is all about service. You have come to serve, not to be served. You have to forego a number of things to attend these committees, to attend these councils, to do monitoring exercises, to attend sub-county councils. You do them at a sacrifice. And there is no payment. There is no reasonable payment. People should know this.
I'm supposed to happen to be in a council and Kasweta is emotional Kutswamu, Brasha constituency. In 3. Council would not see you no yangira this motion. But later on after Agamba, no, it is not right. What could have motivated that?
First of all, kuchulia sometimes kukira kubaza evitakuwa again. So the motion was moved in council, and as you say, I was present, very present. But I had to contemplate before reacting on that motion. This motion, by the way, was very, very sensitive. The speed again, you know, I have a speed in Zivumun. That most people reacted to it because you can say maybe abandi bari binokubaza, but nubonye ko haguza abandi sazin, they might be asking themselves why. And I am so happy we didn't make a comment that day. I remained reserved because I was looking at a number of likely outcomes of this motion, and I'm peaceful. That day, and I am able to speak now from my real life, from my feelings. Motion ye karabo. Speed zaman mun.
But do we deserve it?
Speed zaman mun. To deserve it is okay. Yes, we deserve it. We deserve it because it is constitutional right to split constituencies. But the reasons being given for this are they justifications?
Is a Kasweta hospital.
Where
a constituency will come with an hospital.
Where we have a parish that has been there for 10 years now. It has no primary school, yet the police has been there for over 30 years. We have Kibastown Council. It has been in existence for the last 7-8 years. It has had no road fund until this financial year will get. Kasenda has been there. These are administrative units that have workers, they have employees being paid by government, but the services are not there.
They are creating jobs unlike the constituency.
Actually, they are creating jobs, that's right. But then the services are not there. How do you put a chief somewhere? You put a town clerk somewhere when he has no money to work on roads? You get? So, the justification of this, no kutuambrasha tinyangi, kandi ntakyangi, but justification ya kabamfu.
Your issue is on the justification ya Kasweta.
My issue is on the justification. Kasweta, motion ya hagireta, ego, motion reasonable, motion lawful and constitutional, but the justifications were fake.
Mbakwereza, there's a government policy yone gamba. Each constituency to a technical school. That one is according to Kasweta. Each constituency should have a health center.
When will those things come?
A community hospital, actually, that was getting by Mgahi. They are no longer health center for community hospitals.
When will those things come?
Kasweta na gamba kwa mulibengi ba MPs kabarole musokte kahiraka lyokutonga bakayijabu wangu.
Iyo manyo rufumo rugamba mwembeba nyingi tizerimera kiyana. Okimarwanyo rufumo.
Ndo manye.
Ormanyi. Hanto tatu inoto parliamentary caucus. How many times has it met the president?
Batawali bataita timakoza bebeingi.
Kanamba bisisa. Ngoja kubisisira kimu. Ukitegerize. Now, obuhereza kama bantu is not about the number of MPs. Me have told you I've moved from here. Nata mafuta gange motoka navuga nagenda Ministry of Education. Kukaguza habaki somelanya nsiga mtakuletuwa. Kama tuiro wirungi bagamba police. Banyoleka hiya kwa kibao sazino bakananka you are number 1 on the list. Na kiwa from the ministry. But kukaguza hano rwaragire italo.
MP wako gwe
karaba babiri yo kubabya bali musente zabo kasta sente zitonya account.
Kandi abanyaga gumaho.
Twino ko kyanda kya uniro one time ngenya mu uniro. Twine kyanda kya uniro ko kigenda rwimyo. Bakagira bakagira mbakiri makuru muno. Bamazikiri makuru bakwate bagenda. They had to go to the head office. Nakaguza why? After something bija bahar haram. But of course harma bakutwaraki credit yegimbe tuna tkozereki. But I want to assure you, for us to get services we don't need more MPs. If anything, these MPs are the ones because the cost of maintaining them also is not simple. The cost of maintaining one MP.
You need a billion matok.
Exactly, like billion in a world blowing in here. I take a billion for extending our maze.
Mubarash.
not mburasha katugambe tuine ba MP basatu tunuko batungi basatu no mukazi yom tubari ban that is 1 point that's not we are about 1.2 is little is less ntuba tuli mu kumotoka zonka ntuba tuli almost 1.5 billion hata 1.5 billion kuba tugamangu tugabemu bilioni 5 zigenda extend milioni 5 zigenda extend ngamezi bugombora isatu mu myaka 5 ntuba tukavaringe gombora zinga 15 ukitegerize with classic water amazing again so it is lawful but the justification to me was not desirable. Why? Habukuba tubirozere umuna sahaza mtu inatawuna council is takatungire sente kandi zibeiro kumara akasumi tuina sub counties in secondary schools and yet the police has been in existence. Every sub county should have a government secondary school.
As we talk also we don't have a seed school.
Tumuin Harugongo teen Kabende teen Ruengaju teen. Okay, now excuse me, now tukagenda harino ibintu ngumanya tucuye mu constitution ko tunga services ntubana twebia well it's good the motion passed. Let us give it the benefit of doubt tulobuherezo bwa leta betu abantu baitu abatukomere are they willing to go there and seek this buherezo because it won't come automatic. Ngwate ngumanya bagicwira mu ngumanya ngo sele center. Let me tell you numusoba for constituency no mane myaka ndi 10 mutakatungaga any service attached to constituency. Why? Because we have to go there and lobby for these things. Kamke chokora sometime back nkabana na ballot most of to agenda we were supposed to go to the minister of actually to the develop investment Uganda Investment Authority. Twati no muntu mukuru hanu mwihanga mukuru kandi na hanu mukuru muno bitaka batakumanya office investment authority inka Kampala yet habe kwa tamakunu ngwe kizimbe tisicho manya bike mirundi yesa mthawe hata na ikaguza abantu batahamba cho industrial park hano umuntu batamanyira Uganda Investment Authority na mbere industrial park aragenda industrial park. Now we could end up getting such MPs. That is the most unfortunate part of it. Muntunge MP haboko bakinze kindu by the way kasweto kuno umuro mazina ubire mukanso egi motion ekabiri ya beyond him. It was beyond him. Okay, egi motion eri beyond him. Ati ngonzororo umuntu owabire mukanso yo C5 kula natekeza gakambero C3 ngonzo bali mwentekereze egi owe kansala bilengo wa district hado orgalengo wa district otkanga hali C3 hado waso kutekereza constituency gigabamo kuwa ko munda so kara agamba relation to gitwem. That means when ko muntu umanyira for every action and decision sometimes selfish interest comes first. It means when ko muntu in interest
wanda kasweta hati agamba exanza kino kiraho anelo C3 eskuja ni ngoza brasha north ya mpaka
kandi abake ugebanza goroka bolo C3 wako no kuma district abakwane kweza more plan you are on a more viable platform you are addressing issues of brasha hano at a higher level more organized level nuko chikutundenga chikutunde ko hando kutagetinga bedati no urgo kuri iguno wanza garuka hanze kwa tembe wala kibale abakibasi nabazanabo nakora tata hanarugiranka kota district hanarugiranka ata hostel district ngojara hostel okitegereza so negi moshana yogetegereza nawe araro wangu ugu nawe kabere beyond him but now what are we saying constituency already chwirwem haberem issues ogamba manyamotion batajigabe 2 weeks ago 2 weeks before or the paper taveho it should have been a notice given maybe about 2 weeks before the D-Day to discuss the motion naki. But all these things also go back to the government to the central government habokuba tuzakungambia nenda kansela wa district atunge paso ya business ya order of business 2 weeks ago kuno umuntu kumuhumusara ngo areja district agitabareye hati nando umuntu arje kasemba hamtware yuko namsanje arje kutunga ya kanso avugeho amafuta ge mutware satu eje kutabara order paper district ayongara agaruke kukora kanso hati nabanasigaza aho still it goes back to them. In fact mpulira umuntu nagamba kujya kunyegera nagana kunyegera konanka ka council nawe namusekereza mukataitu habo kuba the prevailing conditions is kuram tumuza akaba just is justified, it is justifiable, his reason is justifiable. Ungu huwe obusobozi ta win bukora buri kansala nakoraki natunga business yen 2 weeks before kandi kasi no bwese mikoraki kwikalira mata bali mbenda bongezeye so system yona is to blame na kansala nabo mhaipad into musindiki this cancel naba muhereza iPad bamsindikira business bagimusindikira iPad bamusange mu
engereka gwa kuvugana jabgana na what is on the order paper
rundi batwereze pikipiki night moto ko batakwisobora ko tulibe imana ko kwefua bakibindi batwereze pikipiki nayitwe tutunga aka budget batongeza allowance tugula amafuta uturama kwikara mu committees business order paper bakazikora. We should come and pick them. It becomes a policy.
Why are you very sad with the central government?
Central government taking it Talibanese muno.
Mebazoga.
Ne tujoga muno tekutubaramu. Bakitegerize. So, motion eje karavo. Let us not go back. But are the justifications really feasible? Turabitunga. How sure are we?
Irwaro za kunzira
member parliament okuja kutekayo nagenda kukolobinga irwaro
constituency fund za kukora
how sure are we
akwamba gamba ro constituency fund
tero
musobozi wala wewe na sasura abana babiri ali MP wa Brasha yoni hata batramfore o Brasha South aja kubunda aja kusasura amakumi yabira
nani mwaza tugambe MP hano batulekere siti za abana bakusasura ni mwaza tubarule hano abenge bija hafu they go for bagenda hafu bagamba turabarulira they don't go back now leka kantu kamaliye kurungu mpulira abo jwana bahereze cyo kururaho kya metoma manyanka bushenyi ngo those people have developed hanu kibale frank tumebaze ngo they have developed because they have divided constituencies. It is not that these people know what they are supposed to do. Ukitegerize ito hano burasha ijwe tukigato akomokitinisa kagwera nonta musagika mu record ntamusagika I am on record abantu hano bamureta abakolireki ningonzo ngambira ngo there is way has appeared and said this or done this umutima takozereki those people bayino umutima gukora abantu babo ito hano abantu bito abengi hano they are only self centered generally speak ayombekere kanisa ya 1 something billion wabo generally samu kutesi jwe ayombekere kanisa ya 1 something billion hano toro kusera MP and member and minister kweza milioni 5 no wembe kisomero tuzono kumurora uko no wembe kisomero ya private mbagambegi business they forget abana bagendomu bana baki bana bahano this means omuntu wakakwata milioni 5 akaziteka mu isomero kukatugambe katugambe ngo kurefurbishing a library say a secondary school una kwata milioni 5 azia musahoi na azitamu to refurbish a library abana bakusomeramo ogo omuntu akolema kuteka mwangaita haja ministry education ahagamba we need a laboratory at my school ukitegerize habo kwa you already has that feeling, you already has that desire that people need services. We can get a constituency but we get people who are not after this. If anything, how sure are we ngubana abandi abagwire nawe tubakobara bo mu butayiti
because of time talk about your speakership bid.
Yes,
iyo okasokwa no okarangira ubwire bucyali. What are you looking at?
Abakinoga bucyali
chikatani kakara cause other district turabantu bacyatulire but here it's like musobozi now olienzere kintu kimucyonka kurahera. How far with it?
Ntatandike bucyali rero nkatandika mu bwiro wiki amanyire buri kintu cyonashigira ko kitandika kandi kintu kitandikiriye ubakimanya nyo wange tikatandika yera muno so gawo bucyali tinkwetegereza wange tikatandika yera muno and I've been on it, I'm on it, I'm mobilizing for it and I hope I will take it. So that's all I can say about it. Bakansalas bagenza banga bali ahero kunimbasaba karuru nimbaraganiza korana nanyo kurungi to bridge those gaps and to enhance transparent leadership in district.
You've been unique to Rosere on several occasions. Timothy has been endorsing you time and again. Nagamba musobozi onwe nkorora.
Yeah, had Timothy Ogu is ready to endorse me. Habokuba I expressed my interest earlier to him. You know gamanzindukiye. nkakitandika ira nachi aba speak na mugamba ikiwa abantu ukora kiona ukimanya someone is learning from you. Someone is trying to imitate, to walk in your shoes. And we have walked the journey now for 5 years. Obviously tunga interested kwa simba wale C5 na mugamba, if you become the LC5 I will be your speaker, sir. So we have kept that. I've been observing him, and I hope to take it on from where he's stopping it.
So wakarura hati mbwizuri wa kansala wagenzi wawe, we call it a day.
Yes, so my fellow honorable colleagues, our district council Kabarole, once again, nimbasaba busagiki kuba speaker wanyu wekisanja kya 2026-2031. Nimbaraganeza kukorana nanyo kurungi nka speaker no kole mimo yange wa speaker to bridge those gaps between the technical, the executive and the council kurungi to improve your welfare no kurorangu niturubatara hamu as a team nuko district yetu giteka idari elindi twine omunyoro makwebe chairman. He has a very big dream of making Kabarole a model district. Now utasoka kuchukora wenka, it's us as a team to do that. We need both the technical, the political wings to cooperate, then we can make this district a model district. So I pray that together we can be stronger and we can achieve.
It was a pleasure having here Polly on the Morning Star. Even one-on-one, we interacted on a lot of things, and I was enjoying the discussion. Whether you enjoyed it, but maybe if you have last words to our viewers,
yes, last words to our viewers. Ningoza kusaba abantu bitu bagireteka. Umanyire kintu cyo kuchambura shiye kintu ko kikozera ma praisings yo kwa outside yoku abantu babaze bugamba lo muntu mabera radio, one of the radios I won't mention here, yabaze bugamba bugumanga ine muno hakanso. But ni nsaba abantu betegereza this thing was lawful, only that maybe it came in quite not at the very right time, because right now we should be looking at what to ask for from government. We should be looking at better other things, how to get services to our people than splitting the constituency.
That is noble. So was the district councillor wa Rutete sub-county and NRM chairperson our Rutete sub-county. It was a pleasure having you. Our viewers. Free Talk is coming in next with Rosette. A very good morning.